have to feel guilty about the alternatives, because you have to realize you went one day and had some French fries at McDonald's, and for the rest of the week you might have had sweet potatoes and corn, cauliflower and broccoli and all that shit, and you had McDonald's like one day, and you chose the wrong thing, which was French fries and a salad, So it's like always too, you want to have in your mind what it is and where it is that you want to eat. Like, if something happens where you don't have the food that you need, how do you get the food that you need? Because also too, the thing that's happening now is like, it is expensive to eat a vegetarian meal. That's the one thing I hate, because it's easy, it's cheaper to cook it at home. Like to make that stuff, like if you already have seasoning, to make the nutritional yeast cheese is probably like 50 cents. It's almost 60 cents for the beans, because you can get the cheapest. I have tried it with the cheapest beans and it works, because the sweet potatoes kind of levels out the taste. So then, and I use like a whole can. I use 3 small, they were small sweet potatoes. Usually the sweet potatoes I get are huge, small roasted sweet potatoes. And I use sauteed onion, put a sauteed onion in there, garlic or garlic powder, whichever one you want to use, salt and pepper. So you gotta think about that. It's probably like less than like $1.50 to make the nutritional yeast cheese. The only thing that's expensive is the nutritional yeast, which is like $4 or $5 for a container of it. You can also get it, I think, in bulk, but I haven't found it in bulk yet. So it's just like, that's the whole thing too. It's cheaper to eat some things that are vegetarian, but then other things like the almond yogurt, that's expensive. It's like $6 for a container of almond yogurt. Or what else do I think is expensive? Coconut oil, if you have to ever get it. What else? I don't know. I think that's it. I think those are probably the most expensive things as being a vegan or a vegetarian. Also the noodles and stuff, they are, oh my God, quinoa is just a lifesaver. If you ever want something that tastes like cornbread and you like off bread, or you need a carb to cover your bread, couscous is awesome, because couscous takes on any flavor. If you are a person that cannot cook all the time, couscous is just like a lifesaver, because what you can do is, while you at work, you can put orange juice, I'm sorry, not together. You can soak it in water, you can soak it in orange juice. It cooks in the refrigerator or wherever you leave it at. Whatever liquid you put in there, it just soaks up without even being heated up. So you can then put that on a stove. I prefer olive oil instead of butter with couscous, because it tastes funny. It tastes kind of gross with butter. For whatever reason, so I just prefer olive oil when I cook it. So I put a little olive oil in there, and that's it. Like, so that's gonna give you that flavor you need, and then you can type it off. Then I just take some vegetables and put it on top of there. That's another recipe you could use. I don't use that one as much. I don't do that as much as I used to, but I completely love couscous, because it takes on any flavor. And if you have a favorite seasoning, like Caribbean seasoning, jerk chicken or something like that, there was a meat flavor that you didn't like, you could actually just add that to the couscous and it'll take on that flavor. It takes on flavor so well. So then it's like, you don't have to, it's a transition into a new palette of food. And that's the other thing too. Use all your seasonings. That's the same stuff you used to use for your meats. You can still use that for all your vegetarian stuff too. One thing that my son liked was the nutritional yeast chicken. He loved that. Like, for me though, I got bad at it. The first time I made it, it was awesome. It was so good and crunchy and stuff. Then like the second and third time, I was just in here making a mess. I don't know what it was. I was like, fuck this. I can't make the chicken no more. Like the nutrition, but I might try again just in case. So you got mushrooms you can make. Like, you can fry mushrooms if you still want chicken, and you can still season it the same way you would chicken, and it would taste pretty much the same, sometimes even better. So that is why I sing and do you hear me? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know people probably like, this girl, I will sing and dance for some damn, man, it's so good. It's so good. Vegetables, so good. And the cheese, the nutritional yeast cheese is so much better than nacho cheese. Like, it is so much freaking better than nacho cheese, too. It's cheaper and it's better. When I put everything, I put the sour cream on there still. I put the salsa. And I'm just like, I think I'm gonna be addicted to this stuff for a couple of days now. Yesterday I had cauliflower and avocado with it. I am just saying, it's so good. So yeah, I say just do you know, like, as far as that goes. And if you still want some meat, get some meat. One thing I like to do too is like take Chick-fil-A. I go get Chick-fil-A nuggets and get a salad and get some of the good dressing. Also invest in some good dressings and things like that. Check the calories and see if that's okay. But please do not. That's me. I'm saying it's still in there. I'm still in there. You see, the food witch is still in there. But don't check the calories. Just look and see like what ingredients are in there and see if that's something that you like. But one that we found was this avocado ranch dressing. Delicioso. But yeah, it is so freaking good. Like, it's finger licking good. And I'm not a big fan of ranch. Like, ranch is not one of my favorite flavors, especially like out the bottle. It's better homemade, but that is a good dressing. So I don't know. I feel like pick something that you like, that you feel like you could switch into easily, and then figure it out from there. Because I just cannot stand when people like, oh my God, being a vegetarian is awful. It is when you just tasting bullshit. They still got that coffee on the shelf that I'm talking about. The one that tastes like they took grass and put it through a sieve and just like gave it to people. It tastes straight up like grass. Cause kale and what's that stuff? The other grass, wheatgrass, don't taste that bad. Like, they actually don't taste that awful once you blend it up. But this coffee is so fucking natural that it's just so yeah, if you picking the wrong stuff and you're not adding stuff to it, like, I guess people just expect it to be healthy right out of the box, and it's like, that's not true. Some juices, somebody tried to tell me this, you can't drink that juice all at once. I did, though. I do it to fix my stomach. You know, I'm just like all about my gut. I like a good, clean gut. Some people will be like, diarrhea, oh my God. I'm in there like, oh God, thank you, Jesus, clean my body. But yeah, it's like, you just, like, those things, just, you gotta have your gut cleaned out. What else? I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's why I eat licorice. I eat a lot of licorice because it has weed in there. It cleans your gut out. And I'm not like, you know, you don't have all that problem pooping and stuff. You don't have an attitude, you know. I don't know. I feel like sometimes too, that's the one thing, like, you have to. The other day I was annoyed because my glasses were foggy. My glasses were dirty. And I don't think people realize how much glasses have to do with your thing to see of how annoyed you are. You know, like, or your shoes, if they don't fit right, if they hurt, fuck that. Like, you gonna have a fucking bad day because your fucking toes is fucking hurt. You could have just got a fucking award and your toes hurt. You like, no, you gonna be a bitch for real. You gonna sort of be a bitch. You have to know that something is, your mind is not fully able to function because it's trying to do extra shit. So that's the other thing too. If you having trouble meditating or something like that, I always found that when it's like your mind is struggling for something else. I was in my son's class the other day and he was struggling to be friends with people and talk to people and all this different stuff. And I had to give him a day of rest because that's a lot for you to always be thinking about, am I going to have a friend in this class? Is there a friend? Is there somebody I can talk to? Is there somebody for me to relate to or whatever? That's a lot. If your kids ever come home and tell you that they don't relate to people or they're not happy in where they at, really take it seriously because their mind is overworking. because that's something that they need and they want. It's almost like wearing glasses or having on the wrong shoes or having a belt that's too tight, or you know what I'm saying? It's something uncomfortable about it. So because they're uncomfortable, their mind is working overtime, completely overtime, to like try to figure out what's the best solution for this situation, to figure out how do I get through this. So that's draining to them. That's taking their energy away from them. So you just like, okay, people just kind of like, well, you'll do better. You'll get, I don't know what people do. Like, let me stop lying because I don't know what they do. But really think about when you were uncomfortable and how much energy it took with you being that uncomfortable. Then you will start to see, okay, were you tired by the end of that day? Were you able to shake it off the way you were supposed? As an adult, were you even able to shake? Because sometimes we can't. When somebody zaps your energy, you're not even able to shake it off. Sometimes it's like at that point, they've already zonked you of everything you have. So your child is going through that in a continuously intense way, because all day that's what they want. They want that attention. They want that love. They want that honor. They want all those different things that all these other kids are getting. All the energy, but they not getting it. So that's it. That's what that is. It's like that's that sucking of energy, that dryness of energy. And that's it. So I don't know. I just feel like you have to, in some ways, like take a break from that. So and you also need to be comfortable in that, comfortable in knowing that what you're doing is okay. Like, comfortable in knowing that I'm feeling this as a human being. I don't need to be ashamed of the feeling. I don't need to be upset about the feeling. And if I am, I need to work through this feeling so that I don't continuously have this feeling every time this happens. And that's all I'm saying. So at the end of this podcast, my message is be okay with food. Be okay with your choices. Be okay with, even though people are still going, you're a vegan. You put a chicken piece in your mouth. Look at you. You're a vegetarian and you tasted a piece of that. I want to taste it. Sometimes I do. I still want to taste a good ass piece of barbecue sometimes. But not all the time, because I get sick. So it's like, I don't, like, for real, I know most people are just, they do those things because they don't eat meat because they make it a lifestyle and a choice. But I just know it's always been the thing. I just don't fucking like it. Like most meat, it just tastes fucking, it's just so nasty to me. Not even how it looked. Like even if I prepare it to me, I don't get upset about it. But it's just like when I taste it, I'm just like, what the fuck happened here? Like what happened to the processing of the meat? Meat is just not good to me. So, and like I said, sometimes I will taste it to see, okay, maybe I might like this or whatever. And it just never happens that way. It never fucking happens that way. So anyway, unless I cook it. But yeah, what I'm saying though, in the podcast is just have a healthy obsession with food. A really healthy obsession. One word, when somebody tell you some dumb shit like, but you're on a diet and you just ate a donut. Bitch, the donut is 250 calories. The cup of coffee is 10. That's 260 calories. I actually need to eat another one because that's not enough fucking calories for a human being to survive after a morning breakfast. That's how you gotta tell. Because it's like people will try to like, but you, and it's like, okay, I hear you, but at the same time, how much of that shit can you do in a whole lifetime? And it's still your choice. Okay? Like you have to have that obsession. Nobody can make you have the obsession. Nobody can try to change your mind or falter you from what you want to eat and how you want to do it. You have to come up with that. And you have to then therefore go through the process of becoming a healthier you. Because it's you. People can motivate you, but sometimes motivation can be wrong and it can deter people from doing shit too. So that's all I'm saying. Just know what kind of human being you are, and if what's happening is right for that person or not. The same thing with students. It's just what I learned over the years. You can fuss at one student, you can get all up in their you have to, because that's how they mama talk to them. But then some kids, you can't do that, because they gonna be like, no, you're not gonna be up in my face. I'm not that kind of student. You gonna sit the fuck down and leave me the fuck alone. That's the kind of, so you have to know also what kind of diet you like, what kind of motivator you need, what kind of motivations and motives you need as well.